future of QBR Meeting. QBR, also known as Quarterly Business Review, is a tool used by businesses to strengthen relationship with the customer. It's usually conducted by the client service manager once per quarter. It offers an opportunity to showcase how you can add value for the customer. For the effective QBR meeting, you should highlight the value of your product that can be brought to the customer. You should also review and evaluate previously set objectives and set new targets to meet for the future. Last but not least, you should establish the customer's trust and belief in your product and also create interest in other opportunities for future collaboration. The future of Quarterly Business Review requires you to put in some extra work. Without preparation, the QBR will be just another fruitless meeting. A concrete set of goals will elevate the QBR meeting to the next level, and it will ensure that you add value to the customer's business. Right now, you will learn how to successfully plan for QBR. The first thing that you have to do is to start with the QBR agenda. Without a structure, your QBR meeting will quickly spiral out of control. Creating an agenda will ensure that it stays right on the track. The agenda should contain the list of topics that will be discussed. It should also include analytics and graphs, and in general other information to further elaborate the topics. You will also mention the place and time of the meeting in the agenda. The QBR meeting agenda should be sent to all the participants in advance so that they can properly prepare for the meeting. Next step is to involve your colleagues. QBR meetings work on building trust and transparency with the customer. However, it will be impossible without a full transparency and trust within the organization. The QBR meetings contain useful growth statistics, some results, and more to win the customer over each quarter. It's not possible to collect all this information without the involvement of other people. That's why having tools that can help you in improving communication coordination can prove to be highly useful. Another step of planning a successful QBR is to show increases. QBR is not only about presenting summaries about the successes of individual projects, it's also to show the growth and success compared to competitors of the organization. Developing a big picture in combination with the success of individual projects give a great image of the organization. This is not only important for highlighting the importance of the client's contributions, but it also shows the organization's effectiveness. Collaboration or purchase of services is a form of mutually beneficial investment in the company. The customer receives a service or product of the highest quality. The company, in turn, shows its constant development and growth. The fourth point is the QBR meeting. When it comes to the meeting itself, you should require a host of skills that can impress the customers and shareholders. After you've done all the research and preparation, it all depends on how the information is presented. It's also important to define new goals for the next quarter, and you may even want to discuss expansion opportunities. Now, as we know how to plan a successful QBR, we should focus on the QBR in the future. The world becomes more dynamic and things change in a blink of an eye. So, is it actually enough to meet, to summarize, and to set new 3-month goals? QBR needs to adapt to today's changing needs. For this to be possible, it's necessary to enter and to build relationships with the principles like trust, transparency, and responsibility. The collaboration in real time is becoming more and more important. But does this mean the death of QBR? Well, in a current form, yes. However, at the same time, a new, higher level of collaboration is coming to life, and its starting point will be QBR. KanBo's QBR meeting template helps you to present value to customers with goals, metrics, documents, benchmarks, and more features during your cyclic QBR meetings. KanBo is a work management platform that paves a new way towards the future of technology in business. It's transforming how people work and collaborate in this dynamic world. Using the solutions offered by KanBo, the collaboration between the client and the company is changed to reach new levels of mutual collaboration. During the QBR meeting, one of the elements is to present the changes on several levels. The first level is to answer the question, who should be involved in the QBR meeting? The best team for the QBR meeting is made up of people delegated both from the client and the company. For instance, it might include the sales manager, contact at the customer's organization, the marketing manager, the financial manager, and the C-level executive. In this way, an interdisciplinary team is created working together in real time on the objective of quarterly business review. For initiatives presented in QBR, dedicated areas are created. They are built for a specific purpose that is described and defined at the same time as tasks are performed. The second question is how to work during the QBR meeting as an interdisciplinary team. KanBo board is a place where such a team can work in a visual way. They can work there during, before, and after QBR. While using KanBo, you can define the process and workflow using the lists. You can also use the cards that correspond to the tasks that are to be performed. You can add people to the task, set date, and communicate in the context of this particular card. Another level and the question to be answered is where to keep all information related to the QBR meeting. All information is stored in a dedicated QBR board in KanBo. Data is available for everyone involved in the QBR in any location in the world at any time. KanBo makes it accessible in real time. It ensures that the client and the company always have the same information. A visualization of work and the context-based communication is introduced to replace emails and telephone conferences. But what about the QBR documents? Each document added to the board or card during the QBR is made available to QBR team members. Automatic versioning makes each change visible to other people in real time, and no information can be lost. The transfer of documents via email is converted into document sharing in QBR KanBo board. But what about the initiatives from the QBR meeting? The key initiatives that would result from the QBR meetings should be placed on the board. The board would present all the initiatives taken, and they would be divided into quarters and milestones. The visualization and the context is the key discipline of KanBo. As you can see, the work model presented here includes all the elements that are presented during QBR meetings. All common initiatives are included in the business roadmap and are reflected in the form of a Kanban board. The people involved in the project would fulfill the informational obligation. Everything would be done in real time, which would give the business the opportunity to make faster decisions. They would also make decisions on the most current information available. The information collected on the boards gives a clear picture of the facts as they are now. They show the realization of the work as it really is. KanBo's revolutionized form of QBR requires businesses to enter a higher level of collaboration. It also requires them to build on foundations of transparency, trust, and responsibility. In this way, the QBR meetings become a catalyst for a change. And a change is the only thing nowadays that you can be sure of.